you will get hit by this move. It is an inevitability. The reason for this is pure conditioning. We're covering just one thing that Asuka does today, in contrast with a few others in the cast, to see how we all arrive at the same place and what to keep in mind when you arrive at the Tricky Simples. Let's take a look in the quick fix. King's stagger kicks are a great example to use when it comes to conditioning, in your Tekken brain understanding what you can do here, because the last thing you want to experience is King's stagger kicks on counter hit, where King might just keep going and going and going and going, or wondering when he'll switch over to a mid punch. Now, that is a video unto itself. For this, we're sticking to dealing with the low, and King players who like to keep this move going, because you have some options here. If you read the low coming and block the first stagger kick, you can hop kick him out of this action before the second attack, or any sort of attack that evades lows in a timely fashion. Same goes for if you get hit by the first stagger, but block the second or parry it outright. However, if you're counter hit by stagger kick, the duration of the kicks can be extended, and you have to eat the first two kicks. Thereafter, block, and again, hop kick, or evasive move, or low parry. But as you can see, this is a particular set of actions that require an equally particular reaction in order to beat it. Most low attacks you come across in this game that are a single attack, either by being unfamiliar or a simple reflex, you block and you probably perform a Wild Rising 4. The second part of this anti-low attack conditioning. I don't know what this is, I don't know the frames, but I'll just throw out this Wild Rising 4 and lo and behold, punish. Which brings me to Asuka and her series of leg cutters. The first attack, being 22 frames, is not really in the realm of seeable. Seeability? Man, and the first hit is crucial for Asuka to set getting away with the rest of this mind game, because some players think in the second attack traveling a full revolution is slow enough that they can throw out a button, sneak in a button, they'll only end up being counter hit launched. Instead, you can rely on blocking the second hit, wherein that Wild Rising 4 comes back into play. As if Asuka wants to spin around the world 3 times, the third sweep gets counter hit. But what if she doesn't throw out the third hit? What I see most is Asuka's double low. The first sweep, -11, is thrown out in open space as a threat or a lure. And the following sweeps after are only -7. Watching loads of matches, from Warrior to Tekken God Super Saiyan Omega Supreme, I see this action the most. The first sweep is thrown out at a near miss range, or it hits. The following sweep is blocked. And then, Wild Rising 4. Blocked. Because of the Tekken anti-low conditioning, it's gotta be at least -11, right? Nope. Let's check in for a minute with Miguel. As for Miguel's double lows, if the first one lands, even on normal hit, the second hit cannot be parried. Conditioning you to behave the same way in regard to, let's say, Asuka here, even though it's not the same, which also brings us to our solutions. The most practical and easiest to remember, struck by the first sweep on normal hit, unlike getting hit by, let's say, King's Stagger Kick to bring this tricky simple back around in a nice neat package, or Miguel's Double Low, you can parry Asuka's following low. And if Asuka throws out the high to launch, you'll parry. She will whiff, and depending on how fast your mind connects to your fingers, punishes may vary. And keep in mind, the caveat in all this mess is if she misses with a one cutter on purpose to bait out a hop kick, or uses her high attack part of the string as a deterrent not to throw out a hop kick, or let's say an orbital or low evasion attack. Sticking with the parry method is least risky and highest reward. The reason why I set this video up this way and made it a part of the quick fix is you may discover things like this yourself. Conditioned to think of things one way in Tekken, taking a closer look, where you find problems, you will surely find solutions. Continue your Tekken journey. I will see you somewhere in there. I'm Adi 5000.